MSC Cruises has taken the cruise world by storm, offering fares so low that they seem almost too good to be true. While competitors like Royal Caribbean and Norwegian often charge significantly more for similar itineraries, MSC somehow keeps prices at rock-bottom levels, and yet, their ships are some of the newest and most high-tech at sea, boasting massive atriums, cutting-edge entertainment, and even Formula One simulators. So, how did they do it? How can MSC Cruises be so cheap while still offering a modern cruise experience? In this video, we break down exactly why MSC Cruises can offer such low fares and how their business model differs from the competition. One of the key ways MSC keeps costs low is by operating some of the largest cruise ships in the world. Ships like the MSC World Europa and MSC Grandiosa can carry upwards of 6,000 passengers. By sailing with so many people at once, MSC can spread operating costs across a larger group, making each individual ticket cheaper. This is a stark contrast to luxury lines, which limit passenger numbers to provide a more intimate experience but at a much higher price. MSC's fleet is designed to operate at maximum capacity, ensuring that nearly every available cabin is filled. This model is commonly used in the airline industry, where budget airlines focus on high-volume ticket sales to keep per-passenger costs low. By maximizing their revenue per voyage, MSC can afford to keep ticket prices lower than competitors who operate smaller vessels. The result? More passengers, more onboard spending, and ultimately, a more cost-effective operation that benefits the company and budget-conscious travelers alike. If you've ever seen an MSC cruise fare and thought, "Wow, that's cheap," you're not wrong, but there's a catch. MSC uses a low-base fare strategy, meaning the initial price looks very affordable, but many of the things you might expect on a cruise come at an additional cost. Drinks, specialty dining, Wi-Fi, shore excursions, and even gratuities are often not included in the base price. While this allows MSC to advertise incredibly low fares, the reality is that most passengers end up spending more on board, bringing the final cost closer to that of competing cruise lines. A key part of MSC's business model is the upsell. Once passengers are on board, they are encouraged to purchase drink packages, Wi-Fi plans, upgraded dining experiences, and spa treatments. The cruise line makes a significant portion of its profits from these add-ons, much like budget airlines that charge extra for seat selection, baggage, and in-flight meals. This strategy ensures that the company remains profitable while still attracting guests with low upfront pricing. MSC Cruises is a European company, headquartered in Switzerland, and their pricing strategy is largely influenced by the European cruise market. Unlike American cruise lines that bundle more perks into the fare, European cruisers are accustomed to a more a la carte experience, where they pay separately for things like drinks, excursions, and even bottled water at dinner. European cruising culture is different from the North American market, where all-inclusive vacation packages are more popular. In Europe, passengers expect to customize their experience by paying only for the extras they personally value. This cultural difference allows MSC to offer budget-friendly base fares while making up the difference through optional purchases. Another way MSC saves money is through a lower crew-to-passenger ratio compared to premium and luxury lines. While high-end lines like Regent Seven Seas or Silver Sea offer nearly one crew member per passenger, MSC operates with fewer crew members per guest, which reduces labor costs. Additionally, MSC hires much of its staff from regions where wages are lower, helping them keep costs down. For example, many MSC crew members come from Southeast Asia, Eastern Europe, and South America, regions where labor costs are significantly lower than in the US or Western Europe. This means MSC can pay their staff lower wages while still offering employment opportunities that are competitive in their home countries. However, the trade-off is that guests may experience longer wait times at restaurants or less personalized service compared to premium cruise lines. One of the biggest differences between MSC and higher-end cruise lines is what's included in the fare. With MSC, you get the basics: a cabin, main dining room meals, and entertainment. But anything beyond that often comes at an additional charge. On luxury lines, things like gratuities, premium dining, drinks, and Wi-Fi are often included in the base fare. By keeping inclusions minimal, MSC can appeal to price-sensitive travelers while offering optional add-ons for those who want a more premium experience. It's a strategy that allows guests to tailor their experience to their budget, but it also means that what seems like an ultra-cheap cruise can quickly add up. For families or first-time cruisers who prioritize affordability over luxury, this model can be very attractive, but experienced cruisers accustomed to an all-inclusive experience may find MSC's nickel and diming frustrating. MSC has a unique advantage over many other cruise lines. They are part of the Mediterranean Shipping Company, one of the largest cargo shipping companies in the world. This gives them significant leverage when negotiating port fees, as they already have established relationships with many ports worldwide. Additionally, MSC registers its ships in countries like Panama, Malta, and the Bahamas, where corporate tax rates and regulatory costs are much lower. These cost savings are passed down to the consumer, helping MSC maintain its position as one of the cheapest mainstream cruise options available. Other cruise lines operating under stricter US regulations often have higher overhead costs, which are reflected in their ticket prices. While MSC has been a dominant force in Europe for years, they are relatively new to the North American market. To gain traction against well-established brands like Royal Caribbean and Carnival, MSC has aggressively undercut competitors on price. They often run promotions like Kids Sail Free or discounted fares for past guests, making them an attractive option for families and budget travelers. MSC's expansion into the US market is part of a long-term strategy to compete directly with major American cruise lines. Their goal is to introduce more North American travelers to the MSC brand, and one of the most effective ways to do that is through unbeatable pricing. Over time, as brand recognition grows, we may see MSC gradually increase its prices. MSC knows their audience well. They aren't trying to compete with the ultra-luxury lines, and they aren't necessarily going after the hardcore cruise enthusiasts who prioritize top-tier service and fine dining. Instead, MSC targets families, young travelers, and budget-conscious cruisers looking for an affordable way to see the world. Their flashy resort-like ships offer plenty of activities, from water parks to robot bartenders, making them an appealing choice for travelers who prioritize fun and affordability over personalized service and high-end dining. This different approach allows MSC to offer cheap fares without compromising their core brand identity. MSC Cruises remains one of the most affordable options at sea, but as we've seen, their low prices come with trade-offs. By leveraging high-volume ships, an a la carte pricing model, cost-saving labor strategies, and aggressive US expansion, they've built a business model that allows them to keep fares low while still turning a profit. Whether MSC is the right cruise line for you depends on your priorities. If you're looking for an inexpensive, fun-filled vacation, MSC can be a fantastic choice. But if you expect a premium experience without surprise add-ons, you may find that what initially seemed like a bargain isn't quite as cheap as it first appeared. And if you're curious about what's next for MSC, you won't want to miss our deep dive into the brand new MSC World America, launching in 2025. This state-of-the-art megaship promises to redefine MSC's presence in the US market, with cutting-edge design, new dining experiences, and thrilling onboard attractions. Click on the next video to explore everything you need to know about inside the MSC World America. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe for more cruising videos just like this one.